Welcome to the channel, everybody. Got something very exciting for you today. The big match, the build up for it. Joe the Pro, James Ruth here at Trevose Golf Club. The winner, £5,000 and a Challenge Tour start at St Mellion. Let's get to the first tee and let's get going. How are you feeling?
Feeling good, yeah.
Ready for action?
Feeling blowy, yeah. We're all
Have you
up,
seen
all
this
ready to
tee
go.
looking this fresh?
Like pegging off at Wembley, isn't it?
Feeling good?
Always feeling good, me, Dan. I just zapped the two traps, so 264 to the back of the trap down the right, 295, and then 270 on the left one.
Right, first hole, 431 yards off this back tee, almost like a wall of bunkers, and then working its way downhill to a new green. Huge runoffs around the side to the right, and then round the back as well. James, cool. Heads or tails?
Heads.
He's closest.
That's
to
good.
him.
I was going to go tails, so I'm fine with that. Tails it is.
Tails it is.
I'm up.
Joe, you are leading us. Club of choice for Joe, driver in hand. 260 of those bunkers down the right hand side that James zapped him in there. Not the prevailing wind. A little bit into out the right hand side. That's perfect, starting on the right hand trap, working that down to the centre of that fairway down there. Pretty good. Driver is in hand as well. Really is not very often you see these boys with driver in their hands, but with the wind as it is today, it's a must. Starting it down the right hand side, looking for a bit of breeze. Yeah, it's pretty good down there, right in between the two traps. Here we go then, game on. Oh, the perfect drive for James, really. 173 to the middle, he's just wandering back, getting a view, because the problem you have with this second shot being over on the right side is you've now got to go over this dune, over the bunker, over the dune to a green that you can't quite see.
I got 174 flag.
Okay.
Pin is just no go.
No.
Tucked on the right, wind's quite strong out the left. Just sort of working out a
Club.
club, yeah. I'm just going to knock in a little 5, I think.
So little 5-iron is what he's trying to hit in. It's pretty good to me. He's running. How's that look?
Exactly what I tried doing it. 25 foot left of the pin.
Perfect.
Got 146. Wind is like howling into and off the right. Tricky one really, because you don't want to miss it right or long. So Jimbo's played a very pragmatic and sensible shot there. So yeah, I'm going to try and split the pin and Jimbo's ball, I think, with, I'm going to hit a really low chippy 6-iron. Nibble.
Wow.
Just a little strong then, Joe the Pro.
Yeah, got a little guarded against.
Not a bad miss though, is it?
No, it's not desperate. It's better than being down that valley and trying to pitch up and stop it down this wind. So yeah, just got a bit guarded against that, I think.
So Joe opting with putter. Fringes here cut nice and tight. Working it out from left to right, wind off the left as well, so that's always going to bump it a little bit. Hop, skip and a jump, working its way down, steady now, steady now. Steady there, that's pretty good. Hop, skip and a jump, did it early?
I think might have helped it actually.
Did it?
Probably.
What are you seeing, little uphill?
Yeah, 25 feet, kind of uphill out the left. Yeah, I think it's kind of where you've got to leave it nowadays with this new green, the run off.
Jimbo with a putt for birdie. Joe's just sort of run his about 5-6 foot past, which takes a little bit of pressure off James, so he's kind of focusing on take his 4 and moved on. Big swing in the end on that, wasn't it? Pretty good putt though. Joe has just kept his kept James' marker there. General tactic with the match play, just to get a putt for a 4, so uphill, look that was right,
Yeah,
cracking putt that. Very good putt, very tidy up and down, well done Joe. So Jimbo just mopping up now for his par.
Pick it up, James.
Oh,
Pick it up,
Right, gentlemen, all flat.
How did I know that was coming?
Yeah, you knew it. All flat, and the mind games have started. All the mind games have started. Now, to celebrate the big match, we're going to be doing a 20% discount in the DHG shop. The code word is BIG, and if you head down to the description of this video, we'll share a link for you. Second hole then, 386 yards off this back tee. Bunkers down the left hand side and right in the fairway, and then work your way up to the green. It's quite a generous hole, but you've got to get it into position off the tee. Oh, I don't think I've ever been off this back tee before.
I've never been here.
Not from this angle. Hugging the trees down the left hand side, which is quite nice because you can hit away from it a little bit. Driver for Joe. Nice, started it right in between those two traps down the chasing down there. Pretty good, Joe. Great shot. Good swing, mate. Jimbo a driver as well. Absolutely the play today in this wind. Starting it more down the right and then bringing it back.
I think.
Yeah. See that down over the trap?
Left a bit and past it, yeah.
Okay, perfect. Good drive.
Good hit, mate.
Joe the Pro. Just tell me the sort of thoughts or tactics behind that little... You can pick that up, James, not until the last minute though.
Just retaliating, really.
Is that what it was? So something
yeah.
you picked up on something on the first tee, didn't you?
Yeah.
What happened?
He's claiming it's a genuine mistake, which it wasn't. He pulled out 2 iron to make me feel like he was hitting 2 iron down the first.
Right.
Didn't really, I've never really been bothered by stuff like that in match play because you just get on with what you're doing.
Yeah.
But out the corner of your eye, you do notice what the other person's hitting. So he was trying to make me feel he was hitting 2 iron, then pulled out driver. So I thought I'd just early doors return the favour with a little.
Yeah. Just
so next time he's over a 2.5, 3 footer.
Yeah.
Possibly he'll be thinking, I wonder if Joe's going to give me this on my backswing, or who knows? I don't know.
Both the boys in a good position. James literally just up there a little bit. Joe, what have you got?
99 yards, got a nice little fluffy lie, but
yep.
The wind it's tough to feel whether it's kind of straight off the right or hurting a bit. So I always think in these conditions you've got to kind of make up your mind what it's doing, as in if I cut this a bit then I'm essentially playing into the wind. If I turn it over then the last 3/4 of the flight's going to be downwind, so you've got to be pretty conscious of what sort of shape you're hitting when it's a dead crosswind. So I think I'm just going to try and hold up a little banked cut with a gap wedge against it, I think.
Yeah, definitely held it, straight on it. Hold there, just running away on the wind now, that's pretty good.
Yeah, not bad view, that.
Nice. Pretty much spot on with his drive. Jimbo, what have you got?
I got 91.
Okay. Thinking of riding the wind, holding the wind, how are you doing it?
I don't really ever ride the wind. There's not enough there really down the sort of valley here. I think it's just a solid 100-yard shot, 91 yards, just going to
Club?
fall out the sky. Got 54.
Okay, nice. Just turning on it now a little bit. James asking if it'd come down, but it has. Yeah, about pin high. Pretty good. Just moved on the wind a fraction at the end. Right, I've had to step in and do a bit of reffing because the boys are very tight there. However, from the angle I'm seeing James is just a fraction being a little bit further away, therefore he will go first. Again, green pitches this way from James's angle, so he's going to be moving it probably a little out of his left hand side. Look at Joe there, just walking halfway down the putt. A lot of people do that as well. They walk halfway down the putt and just get a feel of what it's looking like in the kind of apex of the break. Probably slightly uphill and obviously slightly into the wind as well, mindful of that. Rushing that top edge. Been conceded. Joe chuckling, what's up? Alright?
Just getting ready for your necessary use of the bleep machine as the day goes on, as we get a bit more into it.
A bit cut.
James has gone early with a bleep.
Still slightly into the wind for Joe's putt, but he's actually slightly downhill from where he's coming from. So this putt for the win. So it moved. It was moving mid-section, that bit he was looking at early. Right, gentlemen, Another half, all flat after 2.
KG.
Third hole then, par 3. We're right off a back tee today, into the breeze. Bunkers kind of short, 2 of them on the right hand side, but you've got this big nice run down. So if you go up the left hand side of this green, it runs down towards that flag. Pins back right, which makes it a little bit, as you said earlier, Joe, fruity.
Yes, usually, predominantly I'm usually chipping in a 9-iron or something. I'm tossing up between a good hard low 4 or a tickly little 3.
Okay, 4-iron in hand. Yeah, smart play. More in towards the middle of the green, just up the side. Yeah, just fired through the wind.
Too pure. See you later. How do you follow that? That was such a good strike. I was
wind just didn't hit it like I thought it was going to hit it, you know?
No, it's up there, but when you strike it that well, it's kind of, it's like a 2.5 club wind, but that's gone like a 1.5 club wind. I'm just going to chip a 5 in. 176, slightly downhill, back into it. Just chip a 5 at those buggies, that's the sort of play, I think.
I really love that, working it in a little bit left to right. That's a class shot. Class shot. Oh, a little round of applause, Jimbo.
Well, it was, yeah, it was nice going second there because I'm not sure I would have hit that club having, you know, me and Joe are fairly similar distance, and you know, he actually hit a great shot there. He's going to be disappointed where he's finished.
Bit unlucky.
Yeah, and sometimes in the wind, that's what you get, isn't it?
So Joe the Pro just eyeing up his next shot. This is the bank that he was trying to kind of almost play it into, but you get it wrong over the back, you get the kick, and then you can end up in a tricky one like he's got here. Ball, it's like downhill, so not easy, Joe. What are you thinking?
I think I've got very little hope of stopping. The greens are so good and so quick here.
Yeah.
Severe downslope.
Downwind.
Downwind. So yeah, I've got to take all the pace out of it on this slope somehow, and just hope I can give myself a feasible chance at inside 15 feet of a 3. Let's put some pressure on Jimbo.
Steady there now, steady.
Don't know how.
Sit down now, sit.
Yeah, I just don't know how it's
No, not easy at all. He actually played that really, really well. Just downwind, really smooth greens, gone. Okay, right, ball is now on upslope, which on a normal day would be absolutely spot on. It's into wind, so it's going to kill it a little bit when it comes up and out of there. Joe's probably gone to his 54-degree wedge here. Open the face up. No, lots of sand. Okay, that has been conceded.
I see why you didn't want to play stroke play now.
Yeah, that's a good point, actually.
Yeah, thinking, eh?
That's a good point.
Yeah. Fourth hole then, par 5, 487 yards. Now, that doesn't sound particularly long, but it will be playing along today in this wind. Dogleg round from right to left, bunkers left and right off the tee, kind of aiming at the big house in the distance. Then it wraps its way up to a brand new green, which has got a huge sloping system in it. Getting it on the right tier, really important with your second shot. Right, Jimbo, what's the line?
Driver, line sort of that far bunker. If you pull it on there, you should be able to cover the trap. So,
okay.
But yeah, into a stiff breeze today.
A little pushy out to the right hand side. It's going to probably be absolutely fine out there. Today's wind, I'm sure that'll hold up. Similar thought process, Joe?
Yeah, I'm looking. Yeah, left edge of the. I don't know what Jimbo said, but I'm looking left edge of the far bunker.
Okay. Do its thing from there.
Do its thing from there, indeed.
Pretty much spot on to that bunker there on the right hand side of it. Let's see it down. You see that down, Joe?
So yeah, it's just right of the far bunker. Yeah.
Okay. So Joe mentioned it earlier, he's using a slightly new kind of system on the golf ball there, which is obviously sometimes you use it for putting, but Joe's theory.
Joe's got lots of theories.
Yeah, loads of theories. What do you do? Do you stay at home, sit in a dark room and just think it all through?
Think theories, yeah, I just block out an hour a day for golf theories.
Yeah.
Some people meditate, I just do golf theories.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah, so for me, I stumbled across it only a few weeks back by accident. I was actually with a range ball, because obviously range balls quite often have lines on, don't they?
Yeah, all over them, yeah.
And I just sort of, I didn't even put it down like it. I put it down by accident, aiming perfectly at my intended target. And then it got me thinking, so sometimes I can get a little bit anxious off the tee in terms of dispersion on tighter holes.
Yeah.
And I was sort of questioning, I like to strip things back to like real base level, and why do I do this, why do I do that? And I started to sort of question, well, why am I actually, after aiming the face, why am I actually looking up down the hole? What are those looks?
What's
actually
the like reassurance?
Well, yeah, but it was having the exact opposite effect on me. I was seeing, well, don't go there, and questioning my alignment, and am I pointed in the right place, and so on and so forth. So just trying to eliminate a variable. Once I know, yeah, well, like, you know, I've got both lines running across each other, so I've got a target line, and I've got something to line the face parallel to. Yeah, so if I'm happy once I've got behind the ball that I've lined that up where I should be going, then in theory, why do I need another look? I know the face.
So you pick your spot, line it
prior
up
to the shot, and just
bang.
go. Yeah. And yeah, thus far I found it really helpful. I can see, like with putting, you need to look up, don't you? You need to get a really good perception of your distance and visualising the line and so on and so forth. But for longer shots, I'm not really trying to hit it a specific distance with a tee shot, other than as far as I can. Yeah. So yeah, so it seems to have simplified it a little bit. Well, time will tell.
Right, ball and located 277 middle.
Yeah, it's 197 over that trap. Not the best of lies. It's sat down and it's a bit above my feet, but I'm going to try and sort of hit 3-wood, try and get something coming out hot that can just sort of chase up. Yeah. The thing is, if I lay up short that trap, it's just leaving you that kind of 100-yard shot into this strong wind. I'd rather try and get it up there so I can pitch up the green. Pins on the sort of bottom tier, so even if you're behind that bunker just short, you'll be chipping back into the wind.
Chasing it up over that trap. Get over there, okay?
Yeah, it just didn't come out at all.
No, it was
right at the trap.
Really
exactly what I want to do. Just a
tough lie. Yeah, it was tough lie.
Okay there, then.
Well, he's just carried that cross bunker that looks about 60 short. It's just sort of on top of the mound. So he's going to have a tricky old pitch, to be fair. I'll put this ball back that Dan made me show him, because it looks like I'm carrying a provisional. Right, 208 Jord. Into and off the right. It's quite heavily into, so strike's going to be quite important here. That sort of big flag behind the green is, I want to be just right of that, I think, because the pin's on the bottom tier on the right. So yeah, staying right of that is paramount and getting a good strike also.
Right, the flag drawing. This could be nice.
Be good, I think. Thank you. Should be good.
James seems to like it.
In the bunker on the right.
In the bunker, down the bunker on the right hand side there, just in front of the green. The surf is definitely up down here on the North Cornwall coast. The sea looking absolutely beautiful but dangerous at the same time. Jimbo just wandering down there, look. You can see Joe's ball in the right hand corner of that bunker, but James just getting a bit of a feel, a bit of an idea of where that flag is, where the runoffs are. What we got, Jimbo?
I got 68.
68 yards, club in hand.
I got 60. It's not much green to work with over that bunker.
Okay.
Just yeah.
Saw you up there giving it a bit of a look
green,
up and down.
Sort of play kind of 70-yard shot. If it comes up a little short, it'll run off, and anything left of the pid will feed
down. Yeah. Okay. So you got a bit of a banking there. Yeah, it's feeding down. Pretty good.
Yeah, I'd take that from there.
Beautiful part of the golf course here with that backdrop, that sea coming in. Joe the pro got very unlucky with that shot, really. Look at how it's fed in off that right side there.
Need a much more
another half foot.
I mean, you're tricky one again, actually. Funny enough, I just had on the last where you're coming into a strong wind off an upslope with a load of sand. It's really Yeah, it's a difficult one this.
Club are you using?
Well, I've gone up to 54 because it's got a lot more bounce and I don't want it to dig into that slope and flub like the other one did.
Oh, because you were using 60 on the previous?
Yeah, so I've gone up to 54 just to try and make it get through what looks like an awful lot of sand.
Yeah, 54, more bounce. Let it dig in as much. Go, go.
That could have been a lot worse.
Yeah, could have easily left it in there.
Same with a lot of bunkers, and get at the front of them, there's generally a lot of sand, isn't there?
Yeah. So Joe wandering up to his ball, but you can see the banking all the way around this green, and this is what I was saying, is that your pin positions can be dotted all the way around this hole, and getting it in the right position for your shots in is really important for your putting. James, you can see there with his shot in, he had that little bank there to work with, which he used quite nicely. Joe is left with a slightly uphill putt, with a little out of his left hand side. Conceded. Right, Jimbo down the hill now, a little out of his left hand side. Wind's almost going to hold it up a little bit though.
Alright, mate.
Burning edges.
Alright, mate.
Well, that was a bit of a ducking and diving past both of them there. It was kind of swinging one way, then the other way, and finished all flat.
Do you know what? I heard Pep Paul talking about when he's on the course and Wayne Radar Riley, you can hear him out the corner of his eye describing your shot. You said out the left a bit, exactly what I was seeing. I was like, yeah, of course it's out the left a bit, and then it just did the exact.
Yeah,
I think
look at the wind. I know.
When the greens are this good, the wind really
just
plays
holds
a factor,
it,
doesn't
but
yeah.
buffers it a little bit. Fifth hole then, 451 yards off this back tee for the boys. Slight dogleg round from right to left. This really is one of the toughest holes on the golf course. Wind's out the left today, so it's going to be slightly into when the second shot's in, which is all uphill. No bunkers on this hole, but definitely a dangerous one to be working with. Jimbo, one up. Nicest part of the golf course right back here.
Stunning, yeah. Not so sure about it with this wind direction with the fifth hole here, but
no, this is a tough wind for this particular hole. Certainly be your second shot, isn't it? Coming straight into it.
I'd say this is probably the toughest hole on the course, and the two toughest holes, 5 and 12, are playing right into the wind today. So it's not unusual wind for this course, but it does make it play.
Gunned it. Just down the left-hand side, cutting back to the middle of the fairway on the wind. Ooh, big old bounce to the right. It's going to be pretty good though. Perfect drive, I would say, in today's weather. Right, Joe the Pro getting his alignment set up. Pick his spot, then commits to it. Yeah, that's the brave line. Now the wind kicks it now. Kind of hugging the out of bounds markers down there. That's going to be absolutely perfect. Good hit that.
Thank you.
Very good.
170.
170. And 175. So it's just slightly front of centre there. Wind is now should be into and out the left slightly.
I got 5 iron.
Okay, 5 iron all uphill. Working up to that flag. That's good. Just curving in now to that flag. Oh, it's just stalled. It's like hitting a wall of wind. Just short of front edge. It's alright. Stopped on that slope though. It's still trying to meander its way down.
154 uphill. Wind sort of like into us off the left. It's all about trajectory. I've got to get it going flat enough not to get killed like Jimbo's. Jimbo looks like he hit a lovely shot, just got absolutely killed by the wind, didn't it? So we've got to get it going flat enough not for that to happen.
Show us Joe the Pro.
Oh, wind.
Left of the green, it's okay. On the left, 2 quarters, I think.
Okay. Just pulled it a touch and the wind never brought it back.
Disappeared, didn't it?
Right, I've just paced everything out and Joe is on to go first because it is literally half a pace further away.
Is that what it was, yeah?
Got to go up and over this ridge here, working down to the flag, all downwind. What are you thinking?
Thinking I hope that woman up there doesn't move.
Yeah,
she's a
yeah,
really
like
good
that,
target.
good spot.
It doesn't look it, but once it gets past this ridge, it just keeps going that way.
100%. It's all about pace control with this putt. Almost trying to keep it kind of on the top side and not let it run away to the right too much as it goes down. It's working its way down now. Should take the break now. Should take the break.
Yeah, cracking about that.
It's beautifully done. Beautifully done. A little ripple from the crowd, and he's been told to pick that up. Okay, Jimbo. Again, just a little unfortunate that second shot. Just hit a wall of wind, didn't it?
It's such a good hole. I live here. Been here so many times.
Oh yeah, unreal. But you've opted with putter.
Yeah, it's just I don't see any value in chipping this. You know, links golf. You know, the grass is pretty short, so yeah, just try and get up there somewhere.
Yeah,
you can
absolutely right. Tracking. It was tracking. Again, another little ripple. Normally this should be a little out of his left, but today's wind might just kill it a little bit and stop it from coming out the left. Nice, very solid. Hole halved in fours, two very good fours up there today. Jimbo still one up. Hole 6, par 4. From this tee box, it's actually a subtle dogleg from right to left. Normally this is kind of a straight down towards the green hole, but bunkers down the left, bunkers down the right off the tee, and then there's another trap up the right by the green. Green pitch kind of back to front, left to right on us. Jimbo with driver?
Yeah.
I don't think you're playing it as a dog leg, are you?
No, we're going straight at it from here today. Gunned it straight at that bunker in the distance there, right corner of that green. Anyone see that down? I'm not seeing that in the viewfinder.
I don't think it'll be too far away.
No, I think that should be there or thereabouts.
There's a ball on the green about 25 feet.
To the right.
On the green, just to the left of the pin, yeah.
Oh, is it left? Crikey, right, okay, get on. Great shot.
Get on.
Jimbo's just had a little look through the viewfinder and we think it's 25 feet left of that flag there. Hold that line there.
Sit down.
Up towards that tee on the left hand side.
Sand, you should be okay.
Yeah, it's just left of that tee marker, isn't it?
Start position a little left.
Flip as usual. But it's not often you're nearly pin high and you've got 100 yards still in.
No, but this is, like you said before, this is your usual little spot, isn't it?
I don't know what it is about this hole or this tee or whatever. I just tend, I don't know whether I feel losing it right, but I've always got a little flick in me off this tee. But you can play. There's plenty of room. You can play.
Yeah, I was going to say you've got plenty of room to that flag, so all that green.
100 yards on the dot. Wind sort of like 45 degrees into. So it's pretty similar to that shot I hit into the second hole. It's like a 3/4 hold off gap wedge.
Okay.
Try and get on there and put some pressure on.
Jimbo is on that green. I've spotted it up there, so it's a cracking tee shot. Coming down onto the flag now area. Sit there then.
Deep, I think.
Bit long.
A little bit deep. Pitched at the back, I think.
It's a cracking shot, mate.
Yeah, great shot.
Joe the Pro has just meandered his way over the back of this green now. Didn't take much, get it slightly wrong, and then it all wants to run away to where we're standing here.
9, yeah.
Little 9-iron.
Flat bit, trying to let
Little
down.
bump and run. That's what you like to see around a links course.
Last come out dead.
Chase out then. Keep running. Keep running. Just caught it a little clean. Well, a cracking tee shot from James into this par 4 6th hole. Let's just have a little look at what driver James is actually using.
The new driver, absolutely love this thing. This is the TSR3. 8 degrees of loft. We've got a 4 gram extra heavier weight in the back, and this has a 60X shaft in it, exactly the same as the 3 wood. It's the Torad graphite.
Remember, he had around 370, 380 to that flag. So a little bit of breeze and then a little bit of ground control, and he's got it on here. What you got left, James?
About 20 feet straight up the hill. Just yeah, Joe's there in 3, so 2 putts would be quite nice.
Yeah. Nestling it up. Keep going. Tracking online, wasn't it? It was online. Joe is going to have a little putt. He's going to ask James to mark that. At least give himself half a chance. See if he can hold this and ask the question, James. It moved. The wind kind of gusted it. Pick it up for James. Right, that is 2 up through 6 holes for Jimbo. Seventh hole then, we are off a tee that I didn't even know existed. 420 yards off this back tee. Stream down the left hand side, bunkers littering the right, and then it works up to the green, which is a kind of newly constructed green a little bit. Massive runoff, drop off at the front of this green. Again, getting yourself into position is absolutely key off this tee. Jimbo, what you got?
I got 2 iron. Yeah, straight downwind today.
Yeah, put something into
different
position.
hole if it's back into wind, but yeah, bunker down the right is 232, so keeping it just left of that and just letting it chase down there.
Yeah, perfect. Started it kind of on that path in the distance, let it move back on the wind. Right down the middle of that fairway. Joe the Pro, 3 iron?
Yeah, I've got 3.
Yeah.
Which is more or less a 2.
Pretty much your 2 iron, yeah.
Yeah, same as Jimbo. Down the left of that truck.
That's perfect. Again, straight on that path line there. Spot on.
Nice shot.
Thank you.
Right, lovely drive on that last hole there.
Yeah.
Just showed everyone earlier your new driver in the bag. You're getting on really nicely with it, aren't you?
Yeah, sometimes it's difficult when you sort of change something you've really liked, but it's just gone in to the bag straight away, and I feel confident with it. It feels like it's given me a bit more distance, a bit more run. I played links course with you last week and found I was getting a bit more run.
Definitely.
Which is quite exciting coming into the summer, because in the fitting Ben was sort of saying that my landing angle was maybe a bit sort of steeper in terms of to some of the tour players, and yeah, just that sort of subtle changes in the fitting have made quite a big difference.
Yeah, and he's moved it from a 9.5 head, which we had in the TSI, into now an 8.5 head, and we were just seeing a little gain in ball speed, and generally you're going to find a little gain in ball speed because he's de-lofted it slightly, so the impact is more oomph in it, should we say. So, but with that flatter land angle, as James has said, should get that ball sort of scooting out there a little bit more, of which we're seeing on the golf course.
Yeah, I certainly didn't think I could reach that one there at 385. No. I know it is down breeze today, but I thought I might sort of come up 20-25 short, but yeah.
Chase it on there.
Yeah, really pleased.
2 up through 6 holes.
Yeah.
I mean, this golf course can spin you around a little bit, can't it? You know, you've got some big holes coming up, long holes, which you boys can reach in 2s on par 5s. Comfortable at 2? What's the thought process?
Yeah, it's playing really tough out here today. You know, I said before I started, if I was playing a medal round, anything around level par would be a good score, and a lot of the time I come down here and feel like there's a good chance to shoot 6, 7, maybe 8 under off the white tees, but going off the blues, you know, you only need to see with some of the shots we're hitting in. First I hit 5 iron, third 5 iron, couldn't get up the 4th, and then a 5 iron into the 5th. So, you know, off the white tees, those are sort of 3 clubs less. So just keep doing what I'm doing, you know, not make any mistakes really. That's the sort of plan.
135 yards to the back right pin, massive sort of launch pad. This is a really sort of undulating fairway, so I'm on a real launch pad, which is probably good because we're coming straight down a strong wind. So I've got about a 126 club in my hand, my gap wedge, so I'm hoping a fairly normalish one of these. The wind will take it the other 8 or 10 yards hopefully.
Do you know where you might have just taken us?
Stiff Town.
Stiff City. Stiff City. Get it right.
It's the big place, Stiff City.
Yeah.
Past Stiff Town.
Yeah.
I don't think I have. I've got a sneaky feeling that's
long.
Just because I think there's a little downslope where I think it's pitched dead pin high, but with this wind I've got a feeling that might be long. Don't tell Jimmy.
135.
Okay.
I'm not sure whether Joe's is going to hold on the back right corner, but be interesting to see down the breeze.
What you got?
I got 135, I got my 50 degree, it carries 130 normally.
Sat nicely on top of that hill there. It shouldn't really, he's right on top, so he shouldn't have really too much to worry about. Keep it down the left hand side, more in the centre of that green. Stop there. Yeah, it's grabbed a piece, that's nice. Just spun nicely on you, mate, well done.
Yeah, sure.
Well, Jimbo was looking a little bit anxious over your shot, and it held on for dear life.
Yeah, clinging on, as James described it, like a cat.
Yeah, it's a clawing cat.
Which is good, because that didn't look much fun down there.
No, not at all.
So we breathe again.
You thought he was going to nestle over the back there,
Yeah,
didn't
I
you?
wasn't hoping that way. I'm not like that, but I was fairly convinced it was over as I played just gently away from the pin.
It is a good foot off the left. Just trying to figure out how much wind's gonna, because it's a strong enough wind to affect the putts a bit. So
yeah.
just trying to figure out how much of that, and then just get the pace right. So yeah, about a foot left. A bit more than I thought.
Just went. A little ripple.
It's just full left off that hill there.
Coming in now. Oh, you think it has to move from there. Two very good putts. Two good putts. Right, boys. Hole halved in fours. James still remains 2 up. Lovely par 3 coming up next. Par 3, 8th hole, 155 yards off this tee. I've never been down here, but it really does change the look of the hole. You're kind of playing alongside the bank on the right hand side, bunkers down the left, but going over this beautiful stream which I didn't even know was here. Jimbo, what have you got to that flag?
158.
Okay, pin slightly back of centre then.
Yeah, I think with that pin where it is, you just kind of accept the ball to finish middle to left side of the green. If you try and get too cute, you're going to be in a bit of trouble.
Club in hand?
I got an 8. Wind slightly helping out the right, just going to try and flight it a little bit and just knock it down so it doesn't go too far.
Starting on the flag, just drifting back to the middle of the green. Smart play.
Yeah, it's pretty much where I tried to do it.
Yeah, that'll do you. Putting into the wind now, which would be ideal. Joe the Pro?
Yeah, obviously same yardage.
Yeah.
158. I see it helping a little bit more than Jim. I can't quite see where his is. I'm assuming his is sort of backish, I think. So I'm going 1 less. I'm going to hit a 9.
Starting it just right on the flag, drawing it back into the pin now. Cracking shot that, Joe.
Pretty good.
Yeah, nice. Just short of the flag.
Just was hoping it would stay under it. I don't want to be above that hole, really.
No,
it can be a bit treacherous, the screen, can't it?
Yeah, it can be. Good shot, well played.
Let's go, Jordan. Let's go.
Alright, back left corner of this green. Jimbo?
Yeah, pretty much where I was trying to play. Just 9, anything spinning up. It's easy just to sort of go almost against the breeze where it was.
Stall it,
Like
yeah.
Joe's hit a lovely shot there, but 3-4 yards shorter and it's back off the front. So I think where
Smart
the pin is
play up
today,
here.
you kind of take 3. And
you got the backboard as well behind you here, even if it goes a little strong.
yeah, if the pin's on the left with that right to left wind, it's more accessible. But pin on the right with the wind off the right, you just sort of take your medicine and play away.
Yeah. Okay, what are you seeing here?
I don't think it's too much there. A bit of wind down the left, so
Just out the left?
a bit of wind out the left. Yeah.
Yeah. Steady now, steady. Just wiggled on a little bit. It's really difficult to judge the pace sometimes when it's windy like it is today, especially on top of this green, which is like top of a mountain. Alright, Joe the Pro left himself nicely behind the hole. Where I'm standing is this runoff that James was talking about. You get a little bit of spin here, get it down here, and before you know it, you're down off the front. So Joe's got himself a lovely little uphill putt. Opportunity for a 2, which would be nice to get one rolling in there. On the line. Got one. He's got one. That's a cracking birdie today on that hole. Very good, Joe. Right, Jimbo, back to 1 up in this fight. 9th hole then, 528 yards off this back tee. Bunkers wrapping up through the middle of this fairway. 2 little bunker complexes up this fairway, and then up by the green it's all uphill with your second shot in. Bunker down the left hand side of the green, and then a run off to the right, and then you get it wrong over the back, you're in trouble as well. Driver in hand.
Yeah, bums away.
Starting it on the drive, bunker's going a bit right now.
Keep going, keep going, keep going. Yeah, back edge of that dune, right on line with the pin.
Starting it way down the left hand side now, working back between the traps.
Just right, that middle one, I think. Yeah, great drive.
Pretty good, isn't it? Very good. Well played that. Joe the Pro has found himself in one of Trevose's beautiful wasteland bunkers.
Yeah.
What have you got? My shot scope's telling me 200 to the middle.
Yeah, so I've got 202 stick, but obviously it plays about probably 10 up, at least 10 up.
Yeah.
And I'd rather be back, although it leaves a treacherous putt, I'd rather be back than chipping up blind over the hill. So I've got a 4-iron. I'm just going to try and keep it left of the stick, try and pick it off the top of this sand, keep it left of the stick,
yeah,
and get it on the dance floor somewhere.
Yeah, now remember, waste bunkers means that Joe can ground his club in a waste bunker, which is very different to a normal bunker. Clips it. Got to get the movement straight at that bunker on the left-hand side of that green.
Yeah, just pitched on the top left of the green. It'd be about pin eye, but I think it might have just run off the left edge.
Jimbo, middle of the fairway. Delightful little sliding drive.
Somebody tee his ball up over there, or?
It was perfect. Honestly, it was a perfect lie.
Unbelievable. I got 191.
Okay.
Pin back right. Wind slightly helping out the left. So
Club?
I got 6-iron.
Starting it on the bunker on the left hand side, working back nicely now towards that flag.
Great looking shot, mate.
Looked pretty damn good to me. Great strike, Jimbo.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, I hope you enjoyed the content from today. This event has got some sponsors, and I just wanted to read those sponsors out. I'm going to put a link down in the description as well, because these guys are playing for money and we needed to get it from somewhere. So big thank you to MC Builders, Bonjour Golf, Steve Bristow Stonemasonry, Fire Right Doors, Glencon Limited, Flying Fish, and Zone Fitness, and My Continuum. So a big thank you to those sponsors, and for everybody supporting this video. Obviously it's turning out to be a fantastic match. Oh, a nasty little run off in the end.
Yeah, I don't think he deserved that. It looked like he was cutting back and could just grab the piece, but it's obviously pitched up there and
run
down. It took a funny little left kick. I didn't think it'd be this far off, to be honest. But
okay, not a lot of green to work with. What have you got?
if I had a better lie, I'd contemplate going aerial, but it's a bit of grass behind it.
Yeah.
So it's going to come off a bit shooty, I think. So I'm going to back foot 60, try and land it in the little flat gully bit on line with the bench.
Yeah.
And then it's going to filter around, hopefully from there.
Did what you said, Joe.
Yeah.
Looked pretty damn good to me. Very good, mate. Well played.
Thank you.
Just before we carry on with this, obviously Joe hit a great putt on the last hole there to get himself back to one. So let's have a little look at the putter that Joe's using.
Putter that I use is the Odyssey Toe Up number 9. Bit of a weird looking thing. I'm not even sure I like the look of it, but I struggle to get it out of the bag. And it's got a 2 thumb snug 33 grip on it.
Oh, just got a bit unlucky as well there, Jimbo.
Yeah,
I think you've gone long there.
Maybe a bit more down breeze than I thought. It's quite firm. Yeah, I felt like the shot was really good in the air. So,
problem is,
yeah,
when the wind picks up like this, it starts to dry the course out quite heavily, doesn't it?
Courses at pins at the back as well. Yeah,
Yeah,
just
it's
one of
a bit
those.
fiery.
I was pretty gutted when I walked up it.
Come on then. Tracking down now. Yeah, it's a good looking putt though. Very good. It's very good. Just went on the wind at the end. Right, Joe calling this a little out of his left. Just went on him. Yeah, just went on that wind a little bit, didn't it? Right, Jimbo for his birdie, and to take it back to 2 up at the turn.
Yeah, well done,
Awesome,
Jimbo,
great putt, good up and down that, Jimbo.
Cheers, thank you.
Right, that turns at 2 up. Okay, 10th hole, 540 yard par 5. There's a little ditch that runs in the middle of this fairway, which probably won't be in play today off the tee. Working up towards the green, you've got a bunker just short, and then a couple of bunkers up by the green, and then the green itself got a little Mackenzie in the middle of it. Beautiful hole. Jimbo with driver.
I'd love to get like a count how many times you say Mackenzie in the year.
The great doctor.
Have a game of Dan Hendriksen bingo. He likes bomber. You just do a shot every time he says bomber. Mackenzie, there's a few.
Oh, drinking shots.
Yeah.
Could couple in Southport the other night. If he'd had any shots, we wouldn't have gone out the next day.
No, not at all. Just down the right hand side. Probably not going to see that down from here. Yeah, pretty good. Just down the left hand side this time. Down, just down the left, rough slightly. Be absolutely fine there.
Left edge, I think, isn't it?
Yeah. So the pro hugging the left hand side. Got a decent lie though.
It's got a really good, like, it's a bit nestled, but that's really good for the shot on here because we're coming straight into the wind. So with a fairway wood, hopefully it's going to come out really low spin.
Yeah.
If I can just get it to carry this trap in the middle on line with the pin, I think it's got a decent chance because it should come out so low spin.
Let's
Sounds
see
good,
it.
doesn't it?
It sounds lovely. It's right out of the PJ manual, that one. I'm pretty sure you got it, haven't you?
That's a bit.
Oh, that might have just caught that left
Just got
trap.
the trap, I think.
Maybe
isn't it?
just, but cracking shot.
Thank you.
You called it, you talked it, you hit it.
I did.
Very nice drive down the right hand side. One thing I didn't mention, there is just a subtle ditch just down the right hand side, but that wasn't sort of in your mind, was it?
No. Bit unfortunate really, it's quite a long way above my feet. I'd love to hit a driver here off the deck just to sort of get a little bit of spin. It's only 220 over that right hand bunker, but the ball's quite a long way below my feet, so I'm just going to try and go with 3-wood.
Okay.
Try and send it over that right hand area. I think Joe's
To the flag, 250-ish?
263.
263.
I think Joe's in the left bunker, so if I can just get one going over that right hand trap, then it might feed down.
Got the strike you wanted. It's up the right hand side.
Yeah, it's coming that front trap.
Yeah, just bounced to the right of it and then kicked in it a little bit.
Just the line.
Just spun on you, didn't it, a fraction?
Yeah, it's always going to, I think, off that line.
Jimbo's ball has just bounced in off the side of this bunker. You can see this shelf at the top here, and then it will drop down towards that back left flag. But to be honest with you, from this angle here, it's not like you can even like run one down there, because I don't think he's going to get enough pace out of this shot to get the release. So he's going to have to throw it almost all the way to the bottom plateau. What are you thinking, Jimbo? Can you run it, or is it more of a throw all the way down there type of shot?
No, it's not a real releaser, I don't think.
Not, is it? No, it's just almost too much green to work with.
Yeah.
On a slight upslope, ball above his feet as well, so. And into wind out the right. Club?
Got a 9-iron.
9-iron, here we go then. So this will release a little bit for him.
It's about to change.
Which is changing.
Going for a pitching wedge.
Release that, it's coming out on the front corner. Not easy, mate, not easy. Is that a shot, James? Is that a shot you practice a little bit with the pitching wedge and 9-irons?
Not really, I don't really change my setup much with bunkers. It's normally a shot I'm quite happy with. Just so much sand there with the coming down the face, it came out a bit heavy, but yeah, I like to play all shots the same really in a bunker and just change club.
Yeah.
Right, George?
Chance.
Chance, yeah, he's left the door open a bit. Fancy I'll still have to up and down it though, so you want to stick a mark on it, Jimbo, when you get a sec. So yeah, it's about a 30-yard shot, so come up, I don't know, what, 10-12 yards short of the green, but it's into quite a strong wind, so I think if I played it with sand wedge or lob wedge, there's a chance it could just float and just grip up and not make the distance, and I'm coupled down, so I need to get it back there and try and really force the issue with the 4. So played it with a pitching wedge, just kind of try and land it over the little shoulder of the bunker and let it trundle out like a putt from there, hopefully. It's gone left. Left in the air. Played it how I wanted to, just sort of like
Almost seemed as if the wind
that way. Yeah,
chucked
it was
it up.
peculiar.
James eyeing it up. He's probably got best part of about 45-50 feet.
Yeah, it's got to be that, isn't it?
See a match?
Not massive, tiny bit out to the left.
Just a little out of the left. Tracking. Pretty good putt, Jimbo. Right on line, wasn't it? It was coming in nicely at the end. That has been conceded. Joe says pick it up. Joe just getting down and dirty with the ground.
Yeah, can I have a little break now?
What do you want? Chill out?
Just a 5-minute rest after that one presser.
Yeah. Got a halfway hut there, you can go and have a chill out.
Do they do massages?
They do everything you want in there. Best halfway hut in the southwest, that one.
Yeah, there might be a touch of left to right in it. I think it's going to be accentuated by the wind.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be playing it just a hair off the left edge. And let it tickly pace and let it just drift back into the hole. Yeah.
Travel. Oh, it fell in. It's a cracking putt. That's another bird. Match goes back to 1 again. Jimbo 1 up through 10. Okay, 11th hole. Just come out of the halfway hut. Beautiful. A little bit of goulash soup. Par 3 into the wind. 246 yards at the back of this green. Bunkers down the left. And like a double green. Triple green even. New green complex. Again, pins right at the back, so tough hole today. Joe the Pro, 3-wood?
Timber, yeah. We've got.
What is it to the flag?
233 Jimbo got it as.
Okay.
But it's got to be a 15 to 20 mile an hour wind. Yeah, it's just about flight control this. If it gets up, it's done. So yeah, just a chippy little thing. Ideally pitching middle of the green and trundling up that slope would be my dream.
Like it. Absolutely played it. That's a cracking shot.
Thank you.
Great shot that, Joe.
Thanks very much.
Beautiful. That's a 3-wood, ladies and gentlemen. That's not the easiest shot in town. Jimbo, same club, 3-wood in hand.
Yeah, same club.
Started it on the flag, just drifting a little right now. Grab a piece. Just fell off a bit.
Spun it up a little. So
yeah.
If it gets up, it's dead, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Jimbo, just short right of this green. Did it fall down here?
Yeah, just sort of came down. I was unsure whether 3-wood, because Joe cut his in quite a lot,
yeah,
and whether a hot one might go a little bit long, and I just took a bit too much off it.
It's still not a bad position here. This green is a little bit of a strange complex. It kind of meanders round like that, but then you've also got a flat part across the top.
Somebody has upset the greenkeeper.
Oh, with that pin?
That is a very, very naughty little pin.
So pin, James saying the pin is just tucked in on that top shelf there, so to be fair, anywhere on this green now is a tough pin position. Little 50-degree wedge, back in the stump, push it forward.
Am I wrong then?
Sit down, ball. Sit. It's held on, but just almost you could see it, James, drawing on the wind.
Yeah, I tried to play it that way. Just a poor executed
really went,
shot.
Really went. Joe the Pro's got himself into a fantastic position off the tee. However, the work is still not done because this pin is...
It is treacherous.
You can smell it from here, Joe.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it is tough. They've put it a pace or two above the back tier. It still looks a little bit on the slope, and I don't know if it's the time of day, but the sun's shining, they're getting a bit shiny, and they are lightning quick. So I've got the same predicament Jimbo had with his chip. I've got to make sure it gets up that tier, but I don't particularly want to be putting from 6 foot past it on the return either. So it's
Come on then, get your focus. This is the sort of thing when you're putting and you feel like your playing partner's just had a bit of a drop the ball a little bit, as James has at the back of the green, but still Joe's not dead here. It's a nasty little pin. Just needs to get right in the zone and focus on what he's trying to achieve here, because you can see here now that's the slope and there's not much flat spot between there and the flag. Joe the Pro. Joe the Pro. Not as easy as that looked, was it?
I would have taken, honestly, if you'd have said beforehand you could leave it there,
Yeah.
I'd have taken 5 foot for pass. That's a real Brucey. Bonus.
Got to have them occasionally. Got to have them. We move on to the 12th hole. Par 4, wrapping round from right to left, 460 yards up to that green. This is the toughest hole on the golf course today, I would say. Into, out the left, bunkers up the left-hand side, and then bunkers up by the green as well. Back to all flat, gentlemen. Started up the left-hand side, working it back down to the middle of the fairway now. Yeah, it's pretty good. I don't see it down there, but
Tracer there down, sorry.
that's okay. Your shot tracer went straight through you, Joe. Jimbo seeing similar flights.
Yeah, the wind's out the left there,
Yeah.
so just let the wind do its thing.
Hold on that line there.
More leaky.
Yeah, a little leaky. Started it a little straight. It's okay there, James. I've been there many times.
It didn't bounce up, mate. Right into that bed.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
It won't have reached
Okay.
that. Yeah.
Club 3 wood, have you?
Yeah, well I got 216, but I just think it's like sort of sat in a weed. I don't think it's going to come out at all, so
Okay.
I'm just going to try and sort of chase something up there.
Sometimes it's a bit easy to pop out of wood rather than iron out of tough lies like this. So chase one up if you can. Look at it. Hold there and chase now. Corn up you go. Done really well there, Jimbo. Yeah, Mum loves it. Mum's shaking. Yeah, great shot. Right in the middle of the fairway.
Yeah, so it was a great shot from Jim out of that scrag. I didn't see the lie, but it sounded
just sat down.
Yeah, it sounded unpleasant, but it took all the spin off, so he's done well there.
Great
So
shot there,
yeah, I've got 201, probably playing 10 up the hill, and again straight back into this persistent draft that we've had all day. So I'm actually gonna try and tickle a low 3 iron.
Got to cut a bit more.
Keep cutting.
Keep cutting up there. Okay, chipping.
Never good at cutting enough,
Got a
really.
little bit of green to work with, but they're
Yeah.
both there or thereabouts.
That's all you can really ask on this hole with this
Yeah,
wind today,
just
isn't it?
get it anywhere near the green.
Yeah.
Back to all flat then,
Yes.
which is kind of what I expected around this golf course. You got those few holes in the midsection, as you mentioned early on as well.
Yeah, I said to you, a lot can happen around. It's par 5, so there's always something going to happen, and
Yeah.
you've got a couple of really tough ones.
Yeah,
Yeah, so yeah, back all flat, game on.
yeah. And facts are, making birdies makes you feel a little bit more, well, it just makes it nicer to feel that you can win holes with birdies, you know, rather than giving holes away and such.
Yeah, I maybe wasted one there because Jim had a really difficult 35-foot downhill par putt. So
Yeah,
but
okay,
I was quite happy to get it done
Yeah,
anyway. So
absolutely right.
yeah, and we're both sort of just off the green here in similar-ish predicaments. So
Yeah.
yeah, couldn't be much tighter at the moment.
I have just had to pace these out once again. 16 paces to Joe, 15 paces to James, which leaves Joe to go first. He's got a nice little lie there. He's got to kind of work it off this part here and then let it work its way down from there.
Yeah, tricky one, Daniel.
Yes. What club have you got in your hand?
Well, I've got 60. I think Loft's my friend here. I was just kneeling down to see if I think I could actually land it on the green, but it would have to be very soft to land on the green from here and stop. So I think I'm going to have to use the fringe a bit. Yeah, see where the shadow of the flag ends.
Yeah.
That's probably my start line. Pitch it just in the fringe, kill it, and let it trundle from there, I think. Not high enough.
Took a hell of a kick forward.
Good pace, just not high enough.
Not bad, Joe. Tough
Yeah,
shot.
it's not bad. It's not an easy shot at all there. Leaving himself an uphill putt.
Absolutely delighted where this is finished, considering.
Yeah,
that lie.
considering the lie. Putter a little bit out of his right. It's going to just come in off this spot here. Up she goes. Keep tracking, keep tracking, keep tracking. That's pretty good from there. Very good. Oh, stayed out there, didn't it?
Gumped it.
Just stayed out there. Thought that was a little out of the left hand side. Given. Right. Jimbo mopping up for his par and to take the hole. We feel like a par 5 today, so par 4 actually feels like a birdie. Yeah, well done. Good 2-putt from there.
Very good.
Very tidy. Very good. 1 up for Jimbo then. Thirteenth hole then, par 5, 580 yards. Bunkers off the tee, then it rolls down to the bottom fairway and then up towards a really interesting green which is running from front to back. Good drive required. Jimbo, driver in hand.
Yeah, it's a bunker at sort of 290, 295 down this breeze. If you can get over that today, the ball will chase another 100, 150.
Yeah.
And that makes this hole then a lot easier.
Yeah. It goes straight down the middle of the fairway between the 2 traps now. Boom.
Yeah, okay.
That is a bomber.
Dan Hendriksen, bingo.
There you go. Everyone take a shot.
Great
Yeah, great hit that, Jim.
That's A1.
Great shot, Joe.
Thank you.
I want to see that down.
Boom. Another bomber. That's 2 bombers.
Bombers.
Couple of bombers.
And heading on to a Mackenzie. Everyone will be very drunk after this.
Everyone's excited.
What are your other catchphrases? You've got loads. I'll think of them in a minute. I like that. I like that.
All right, Jord. All right. All right, Jord. Just stand down, please, Jord. Stand down. Well, a couple of bombing drives down here, as James quite rightly said. You get it in the right place off the tee and you can gain another 100 yards comfortably.
Yeah, if mine's gone 350, Joe's has gone 380.
Is it really? Yeah. 222 to the middle, James. What you got to the actual flag?
I got 233 pin.
Okay, so it's just past middle, isn't it? So is it kind of, there's three little slopes on the screen, isn't there? Running
Yeah, I
from
think
the
you've got
front
to
to the
land
back.
something towards the front and then it's just going to release all the way back.
Okay.
I've got 7-iron in my hand.
Lie okay? Is that
Lies
jumping a
pretty
little
good,
bit?
yeah. 7 will hopefully land about 190 and then should cover the rest of the 40.
Started it just on the front middle part of that green. There's the kick. Kick pretty straight. Thought I might kick a bit right on him, but could run to the back of the green maybe.
Through the back? Just at the back.
Yeah, just that first hop, James.
Yeah.
It's like a massive jump.
Trying to do. I was in between 7 and 8.
Yeah. Another quality drive. 193 to that middle. What you got to the flag?
201 it says to the stick, but coming down this hill, how firm it is and how strong that wind is, I think it needs to land 30 short. So I'm aiming to land at 170 and down this wind, I think that's smooth 9, I think.
Yeah, what you got there?
Healthy. So do you want to do a what's in the bag?
What's in your food? What's in your lunchbox?
Got an M&S super nut whole food salad, which adds 20 yards to your drives.
Does it?
That's what Mark said at Marks and Spencer's.
Start the same line as James, maybe a little bit further right. Just all depends on how much that spins on you.
Yeah, I think it's like it. Is it done? Oh, sure.
Yeah, no, he likes it. I think he likes it.
No, I think
Not sure what the wording is there, but
my interpretation of that, and I've known James a long time, was he put his hands up when it landed, which was congratulations, you hit a really good shot. Then he's gone, because I think it must have pulled up short of the slope that would have run it down close. That's my I could be wrong, but that's my interpretation of what I just saw.
Joe the Pro has nestled on the top of this ridge here, which is very unfortunate to keep it there. Even if the flag was there and you're trying to keep it on that top so hard, it's like it's just got caught up on a slight upslope just before it then runs off. Another couple of feet, that's literally stone dead on the angle it was coming in. James is actually not far away at all. I think he's gone kind of through the back and then kind of trickled back onto the green nicely for him. Joe, you seeing all sorts going on here, I would think?
I am, but weirdly with everything that's going on, I think this slope, next slope, next slope, I think they all sort of add up to about straight.
Do they?
Like he's going to do an awful lot when it gets there, but it shouldn't be too much in it. So I'm going to try and get, and I've just got to try and get it to that last crest with no pace somehow.
Steady there.
Very good, Joe.
Really good, not easy at all that. Really good putt. Jimbo got himself back just past pin high. Got to be happy with this little leave.
Yeah, really happy with that. It's kind of how I saw it, 7-iron pitching, you know, 40 yards short the flag and then just releasing down the green.
Yeah, absolutely right.
Putt just kicking out the left and then it should just fall the other way at the end.
Trickling now. Oh, just fell. Snapped, isn't it?
I think that's
Run by a little bit there, isn't it?
So it's about 10 feet straight back up the hill. It's going to be coming off the right a little bit. That little shoulder that just took Jimbo's an extra couple of feet is going to swing my ball to the left. So it's just matching that line and the pace.
Around to snap the edge on it. Right, we've just measured up. Joe's still to go. That was in.
Thank you.
Right, Jimbo for a very tidy birdie. And to extend his lead to 2. Yeah, very good. Well done. Good putt. 2 up then. Moving on. 14th hole then, 326 yards off this back tee. Bunkers up the right hand side off the tee, so a little dogleg round to the left. You've got the out of bounds wrapping all the way down the left hand side, and then to kind of more of a narrow thin green with bunkers left and right.
I got 4-iron. I'd normally take the screen on, but
okay, what's the bunker up the right hand side? What's that get you?
At the middle there, sort of 216.
Okay.
It's like 275 over the bunkers in the middle, but
yeah,
just back into out the right. Just yeah, it's not.
Get yourself into position.
Yeah, it's not quite seeing that one today.
Yeah, it's good. Starting out the right hand side, just holding it there. Down there, that's pretty good. Slightly different tack then for Joe.
Yeah, a couple down, got to be aggressive.
Driver in hand.
Yeah, the cover over the stuff is only about 270. So
yeah, 214 middle of the green. Sorry, 314 middle of the green. Straight out the flag starting. Just whether it's coming down. What was the cover over those?
Should cover it. It's just what's over the left.
Yeah, it's just left of the greenside trap.
I think that'll be absolutely fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, good strike, mate. Jimbo, what have we got? Cracking little drive in the middle of the fairway.
Yeah, I got 155, wind out the right. Just trying to play a sort of 8-iron pretty straight and just let the wind sort of bring it in.
Yeah, okay. Started exactly where he said, now just drifting a little left of the flag.
Right.
Held on.
Not sure. Moved a lot in the air with that breeze. I thought I played a good shot when I hit it.
I don't think it's going to be in too much trouble though, is it?
No, there's a bit of a runoff there. I'm hoping it's just held on.
Right, Geordie.
Nice drive, mate.
Thank you, mate.
Very impressive.
You know, we're going to make something happen, aren't we? A couple down. So yeah, coming up the hill through the fringe. Slightly uphill still all the way. So it just needs hitting into wind, so I can be a little bit more aggressive than some of the putts we've had. Just try and lay it dead. Thank you.
Right, Jimbo was a little concerned he might have found the runoff, but he's alright. He's held on. He's got the bread and butter on it.
Joe was saying it actually ran a good 10 to 12 feet down, so it did find the runoff a little bit.
Did it?
Look, I'm due a putt.
Come on then, let's roll one in.
Today.
Get there, there's tracking, Jimbo, it's tracking. Wow. It's a good putt though. Joe with a little putt for birdie. Get this match back to 1 with 4 to play. In.
Yeah, that's great.
Nice. 2 putt that. Very good. Right, back to 1 then for Jimbo. 15th hole then, par 4, straight back into the wind. Normally a green that you can kind of have a good go at, certainly for these boys. But today into that wind, it's going to be positioning off the tee, bunkers everywhere. And then when you get it up onto that green, there's like a false front. That pin is tucked in on the front there. Joe opted in with driver.
Yeah, it's not, I don't know if it's necessarily driver roll generally, but the wind's so strong, I just feel long iron or leave 130 in, which 130 in this wind can be 7 iron. So I'm still down in the match. I'm going to try and stay aggressive and get it up there and just try and avoid a trap.
Okay. It's a great hit, Joe.
Get past
Keep it there.
Get past it.
I was past it, I think. Yeah. Oh,
Thank you.
It's a big hit today.
Cheers.
very good.
Very big hit. Good swing that. Well done. Jimbo?
Yeah, same sort of theory, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly the same line. Maybe just a smidgen left of it, but that's absolutely spot on. Just getting the cover. Yep, that's fine. Just left of that bunker there. Perfect. 2 perfect drives. Jimbo's up first. Got himself just a little bit of a tricky lie.
Yeah, it's quite a long way above my feet, but like Joe was saying on the tee, hit a 2 iron off that tee and leave yourself 120 uphill into a stiff breeze.
Yeah.
It's such a tough shot. Like, even though I'm here, I've only got 61. You know, I feel like I'm going to get it on the green here, and then, you know, give yourself a chance. But
Yeah.
it's a lot tougher shot from back there.
Club in your hand?
I've got a 60 degree.
Yeah.
I feel like it's going to go up in the air quite a bit off this line, so I'm going to have to be quite
Just
aggressive.
manage the loft on it a little bit. Yeah, it popped right up in the air.
Oh my word.
Well, I know what you're upset about, but
That is just, you can't go there.
a nasty pin position with a
Yeah.
nasty position to put your ball.
Thought I played that
But-
really nicely into that wind.
Not an easy shot, mate.
Right, we've got 48 yards, so I've crept
48?
over this bunker.
Yeah.
This one's a real control-y thing, isn't it? Because I'm not wishing ill on James, but where he's just hit it to is just lightning from there. That's going to be a really tough putt. So my putt, if I could get it somewhere between the front edge and the flag, I'd be delighted. But just out of this fluffy lie just makes it a little bit tricky to
Yeah,
judge.
it's just a little bit fluffy, a little bit wispy.
So I've got 54. I'm going to try and pitch it sort of front fringe and try and keep
Try
it
and
just
release
short.
it up,
Yeah, that's
okay.
the idea.
It's a really good shot from there. Got it just as it's just crept past pin
No,
high.
if it pulls up 6 inches short of that, it's a lot easier. So
Yeah.
that'll be a big swinger, but it's
It's not above the hole too much.
yeah. I'd take it over Jimbo's in fairness.
Well done, mate.
Thank you.
Okay, wandering up from the flag to James's ball.
Right, if I just lay the flag here, Joe, yeah?
Yeah.
So long as you do the Superman, no, actually.
James not happy with his second shot to leave it above the hole, and it's really hard to get a good understanding of it on the camera, but you will probably see it from this part. It's so fast from where I'm stood to where James is now. Down she goes. God, so hard to leave that above the hole.
Nowhere near as quick
I
as
can't
I
believe you
thought.
can leave that above the hole there. So fast. Joe's seeing a little bit of right to left on this. He called it when he was on his second shot in. Great birdie though. Very good. Okay, gentlemen, cracking match. That goes back to all flat. Great golf. Well done, boys. Sixteenth hole then. We have found a tee that I didn't know existed. 247 yards off this back tee. Stroke index 11. Not a lot really, all the way up to the green. Bunkers left, bunkers right. Land it front and it's going to run all the way through the back of the green to a little runoff. So getting the right club is really important.
Currently we've got a 6-iron in our hands, but it's an optimistic one. So it's got 245 to the stick, but the stick's kind of back left. So what I'm thinking is landing it kind of 215 to the right of those bunkers in that gap between at the front of the green. And then the green does, if it's drawing a little bit as well, the green does contour around back to the left. So is that a detailed enough plan for you?
Pretty impressive, actually.
Thanks.
Sounded brilliant.
Yeah, considering you don't even have a course planner in your hand, that's quite impressive.
Yeah, the course planner usually says something like, a long straight shot will yield you well here. Oh, thank you.
Joe the pro's tip.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's called it. Shot. Have you got the right club, Joe?
Right on it.
Yeah, just landed over the bunker. Don't know whether I'll hold on. Yeah, pitching on that downslope. It's a very good shot though.
Jimbo, what are you thinking?
I'm thinking exactly the same thing. I just want to land it a little bit further right because I think Joe's has landed on the downslope there, which it might have held on, but you know, it's not going to be in a bad spot. But I just want to keep it a little further right of it.
Turn over, keep turning, start it a little bit right, come on back. It just left of the trap though.
Yeah, I just didn't quite get it. If it had a hard bounce it would have been good, but yeah, I didn't quite get it.
That's alright, Jimbo.
Yeah, it's not that far, like we knew we couldn't.
Like you can hit some great shots in here and just be gone, can't you?
I just don't think you can get close to that pin today. Like Joe's pulled his, which generally would be perfect, but of course you can't stop it on that. You
get that downslope, it's gone.
I slightly didn't quite get mine. It would have been 20 feet if I'd hit the shot I wanted to.
The thing is with this is, you got to remember it all banks this way, so he's managed to hold it here, and sometimes they just fall into the traps. So he's got his putter out. It's got a little slope to come in off here, and then it will want to move that way once it gets up onto the green. Slightly downwind as well, so playing all of that into it. Just took a little bubble early on. Keep going. It's just like riding the wave now. It's like riding the wind, wasn't it?
It just leapt.
It did. It just hopped.
Yeah.
First bit. Always up against it with off the edge of the green, though, aren't you?
Yeah.
What, Geordie?
Just through the back, mate. Just.
Yes. I mean, it was a good old shot, wasn't it? But I think it just a little too straight. So it landed on that downslope that you're not zooming in on. And
this one.
Just let it come all the way through. But Jimbo's got work to do for a 3. So if I can get this laid up there dead, that'll really put some pressure on. Like that one, Geordie.
You've held some mileage today.
Sorry, mate. Now you're good. Great putt.
Very good.
Awkward.
440 yard par 4. Such a demanding tee shot with bunkers down the right hand side, but it is downwind today. And then you go over a little stream to a brand new green, and this green is definitely different but beautiful. Joe the Pro, 3-wood in hand.
Yeah, I've just lasered Jimbo's dad on the corner there. He's 257, so you can well struck 3-wood down this wind, gets over everything. Is the plan.
Yeah, it's well hit, Joe.
Thanks.
Huge. Hold it there, Joe.
Awkward. Sorry. Sorry.
Good shot. Jimbo, driver.
Yeah, just trying to.
Similar line.
I think if I hit a pretty good one, then I'm going to get just short of the lead, leave a chip up the green. That's the sort of plan.
Yeah. Yeah, cracking hit that.
Very good.
Straight down that line there.
Got double shot tracer block there, didn't you?
Just wandering up the fairway. Joe So the pro has kind of got himself onto the ridge here.
I've got a nice little platform. I've got a really fiddly yardage. I've got 125.
Yep.
But coming straight down the wind, and I've got my 54 goes like 108, which I'm wondering whether I can just chuck it up in the air and muscle it there. But
is this where you wanted the actual position to be off the tee, or were you trying to get over?
I honestly didn't know where it would end up because I've never played off that tee.
Yeah.
So I was just trying to chuck it through, would get it down there. You know, you're going in with a wedge of some sort. In hindsight, where Jimbo is 400 yards further up, just chipping on the green is very good. So I'd have tried to take this ridge out of play had I thought of that. But that's in the past now. We were dealing with the present.
Been and gone. Looks like a runoff at the back behind that flag.
Yeah, so I've got my gap wedge goes like 126, 128. So in theory, no wind, that would be perfect. But if such a big wind, I feel like I can take long out of play just by hammering a sand wedge. 113 to the front of the green, 125 to the pin. So I certainly think my sand wedge will go over 113 down this wind. Yeah, I'm just going to hit hard. It's not the time for dollying things. Got that a bit right. Safe.
That's the safest option, I would suggest. Well, you called it from the tee, Jimbo. Absolutely stunning drive.
Yeah.
What have you left yourself with?
I got 57. So yeah, looking to land something about sort of 46, 47.
Yeah, flick it up onto the green.
Try and check it.
Clipped it nicely. Lovely shot. Oh, hold on.
Yeah, just a bit too close to the green maybe, I think, with the new green.
With that brand new green, get the stop on it. New green then, James. Very undulating, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
Actually, really nice. I
think
love
when it's
it.
bedded in, it's going to be brilliant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Massive runoffs.
With this new turf, because it's all sort of.
Yeah, it's knitting in slowly, but this is just like it blends in so nicely with the rest of the golf course. The old green was, I mean, it was nice, but it was just a tough, a bit unfair in places because it would always spin back into the water. Going with putter.
Yeah, maybe just a bit too close to the green with the tee shot. Didn't quite know where the pin was. I think I played it.
And also, to be fair, James, there's a massive downslope just in front of that pin.
Yeah.
So again, not knowing the green because it's brand new. Tricky. Okay, up the slope. Skip and a jump. So Joe has got a bit of a ridge to go over here, and this is what I think James has got himself into a pickle with his second shot in. He's kind of landed on that point there, it's kicked it forward where it didn't nearly spin. And actually where this pin is, there's another little, like a bowl here where that pin is just sat on top. It's amazing development of a green for lots of different types of pin positions.
I've got a double breaker, it's right to left to start with over the ridge, then getting away from me. So yeah, just close your eyes and hope for the best, I think.
It's a cracking putt though.
Thank you, mate.
Very well read, considering he didn't really know what was going on. Jimbo's got this putt to make his par and take it down the last. It went. Oh, boys.
Thank you, mate.
Well done, boys. Well done. Gentlemen, the result, 2-1. Joe the Pro goes through. I mean, what a game though. 2 up, how many times you've got to 2 up throughout the match, and I have to say the quality of golf from today's round was fantastic. It was tough out there, boys, very tough.
It was, yeah, at one point I thought it might be one of those horrible, scrappy, someone shoots 3 over and wins it. We dealt with it pretty well. Jimbo, as you always expect, is in every single hole, can't get rid of him. And yeah, when I was 2 down, my task was just try and stay stay somewhere near, and then a couple of putts dropped, one particular bomb. Sorry about that. Not really.
Not really. Sorry, not sorry.
Sorry, not sorry. Yeah, just stay with it, and then it just went my way. Could have gone either way, 100%. Played some really good stuff, both of us, I think. So,
and Jimbo, you played some great golf.
Yeah, just take my hat off to Joe. Like, if I was playing an individual tournament first round around there today, I'd be delighted off those tees. I think I maybe bogeyed 17. Other than that, I didn't really drop a shot. Maybe I had sort of 3 or 4 birdies. So yeah, hats off to him. Like, I would have taken that, especially that back 9 as well, the way I played. But 14 was the turning point where he took it on and I laid up. That made a big difference. And an individual
you
probably.
had to lay up, though, didn't you?
Yeah, I think in an individual tournament I probably would have done the same thing. But in match play, you've got that opportunity then. Somebody coming behind gets aggressive, and that was the momentum changer. I felt like I had all the momentum, was playing nicely at that point. Joe was playing solid as well, but yeah, full hats off. He played lovely.
At the end of the day, the match was today all about that first prize of £5,000, but also a challenge tour start at St Mellion. Joe the Pro, you've done it.
Yeah, it's looking forward to it. It's a very different test, as we alluded to on one of the Sunday morning shows. So there'll be a different skill set required and a different strategy to get around there. But anytime you can play, I mean, it's a great opportunity. So just thank you to everyone who's got involved with it, the sponsors, and everyone who turned up today to watch. Really, really appreciate it. And thank you to you for putting it together.
Our pleasure.
To give us the opportunity. It's been brilliant. So thank you very much.
As well.
Well, on that note of sponsors, there were some sponsors for this match, and I have popped them down in the description of this video. So if you want to go and check them out yourself, a big thank you to those, and a big thank you to these guys. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel, and we'll see you all again very soon.